Mark 4:21 to 25. There's a little piece in the Message version of Matthew 5 where the translation goes, "What are you here for? It's to bring out the God colours of the world." It's a beautiful phrase, isn't it? And in Mark 4:21, it says this. It says about the lamp. You are the lamp. Do you bring in a lamp and put it under a bowl or a bed? Instead, don't you put it on its stand? Because whatever is hidden is meant to be disclosed. Isn't that interesting? And whatever is concealed is meant to be brought out into the open. If anyone has ears to hear, let him hear. I want you to consider the picture that you've just decided to clean the house, okay? And so you get out your vacuum cleaner, you put it, plug it in, hold it in the middle of the floor, then you immediately turn all the lights off and close the curtains. All right, do you get the idea? All right, no one closes the curtains to clean the floor because the point of the activity is to disclose the dirt. You've seen that film on TV, the filth files, you know, when they sort of shine a torch down behind a fridge. Okay, and he's talking about the same concept about you exhibit light to show up the dirt. Some things have to be revealed, have to be disclosed, and you don't get your torch and stick it under a bucket, as they say in Yorkshire. What does the image of light and lamp tell us about God's kingdom and about this concept of radical humanity? Now, lamps in the ancient world served a vital function. Just like today, they enable people to see and to work in the darkness and to avoid stumbling. But the Jews went a little deeper than that, and they understood light as an expression, a metaphor for inner beauty. And the goodness of God. In Psalm 36, listen to this, it's incredible. It says, "In his light we see light." Isn't that lovely? That we need this inner radiance in order to experience the point of beauty altogether. The concept of beauty is only available to us as we open to God's way of looking. And in Psalm 119, his word is a lamp that guides our steps. God's grace not only illuminates the darkness in our lives, but it fills us with light and the ability to detect light and joy and peace. And Jesus is using this image of a lamp to describe how his disciples are to live in the light of that truth and that love. If you know the truth will set you free. If you know the light, then there will not be any darkness. It's the same concept. Just as natural light breaks up the darkness and enables you to see visually, so the light of Jesus shines in the heart of those who believe in him and enable you to see the realities of the heavenly kingdom right now in this world as we live. In fact, our mission is to be the light. Jesus said, "You are the light." So he said, "I am the light of the world. You are the lights of the world." We are light bearers so that others might see the truth of the gospel and be freed from the blindness of deception, the blindness of sin. Mind you, sometimes I think there's a difference between carrying on as if our lights are on dipped and shining them full tilt into people's eyes. You know what I mean? Salt and light doesn't mean full beam all the time. But Jesus carries on. He says, nothing can remain hidden or secret. You might try to hide things from other people. You might try to hide things from yourself. And you certainly might try to hide things from God. And it's tempting to just sort of shut our eyes to the consequences. So, I'm all right. You know, from the consequences of simple bad habits, bad practices, a bad walk, without realising that we are going to stumble in the darkness. And even when we realise what those consequences are, still we love darkness more than the light. It's tempting to hide the way we are from others and from God, but Nonetheless, any concept of God means that he knows all and sees all. And there's a great freedom, there is a great sense of liberation to live in the light. You know, I think it was Oscar Wilde that said, telling the truth means I don't have to worry so much about my memory. You know, if you deal in lies, then the whole of your conversation becomes confusing. No, it's Mark Twain. Bless him. There's a freedom to living in the light, and if you are even seeking the light, there's a kind of an easiness about the way that you walk and behave. And those who listen to God, those who seek him, see more of him and receive more from him. What do you reckon? Do you know the joy and the freedom of living in that way? It's a way of guiding us. Jesus is a light, and the more we open to that light, the more we see. But as often, there are none so blind as those who will not see. But it's up to us. Okay, God bless you today.